guys. It's the 7th of August, 2021. And we're having a nice, cool, beautiful morning here. Doesn't seem to be too many clouds today. But like any other day here during the rainy season, it could be raining in 15 minutes. So that's how I'm going to have to take my shower. I did a little short clip yesterday on what we're getting upstairs. And basically what we have right now in our house is off our main bedroom. We just have a closet that has a toilet and a sink in it. There's zero water in there now. You turn the faucet on, you might get a couple drips out of it. I don't know what's going on with the water pressure here, but even downstairs we got super low amount, just super. If you wanted to fill up a glass of water, it takes quite a while. I don't know what's going on. What happened to these people? We pay this ridiculously high water bill and I don't know how we can be paying that with no pressure and no water. I'm just not getting it. I just don't get it at all. So, but it's what we got here right now. So I don't know how that's starting to work. But it is a nice morning. We're gonna goof around. I'm still waiting for my transfer. My sweetie did get out yesterday, and she went out with her buddy Ami, and they did a little shopping, spent some time at the mall. And Wes visited a little bit last night when he brought him home, which was kind of cool. Nice always chit-chatting with him. And he's going to stop by later today. We're going to do some adjustments on his motorcycle to try to get it to fit him better. I've got plenty of tools here. And he wants to get his handlebars done. He's thinking of possibly even changing them out, buying the different ones to get it up, make it more comfortable. I do notice when he steps off the steps and stuff, he's got a pretty good problem with his knee. I think he had one of them fixed already, but now the other one's starting to give him some problems. So, I can understand you got to be comfortable on a bike. This one here, this bike, I like it because the handlebars up, it's kind of nice. I had bikes before in the past where some of them I didn't do much to, but pretty much if I did something to them to make them right, it was usually always with handlebars, even with pedal bikes too. Like the Big Red over there, I want to get some higher handlebars for that. It's just finding the right size. Sizes are all different. I remember when I was working on bikes before, it was all this similar size. One neck that came out of the front of the bike. You go anywhere and get a handlebar to fit. Now they got all these different sizes. I did see a nice handlebar like I wanted. It was actually a drop one, but you could, turn it upside down and make it rise up. I've done that on the 10 speeds that have the drop handlebars. Just turn them over. I don't give a damn what it looks like. I want something that's going to be comfortable. And now you can't do it. I saw one nice, and I have a dial caliper, and I measured this one, and then I just had it in the car, so I ran out and got it, and it was off enough to where the bolts wouldn't clamp it tight. So that kind of sucked. But we got to get these bikes out again. Maddie's little bike that we got him at the store, the whole main hub on it went out. So we're probably going to take it to the bike shop, see if they got something to change it. I wish they would sell the bikes here for the kids that had the brake when you push backwards. They don't have the hand strength for their, for these caliper, and they don't work really good like they used to. These new ones, they use cheaper plastic parts instead of a good rubber, and they don't seem to work as good. So they're putting their feet down to try to stop, and that's an accident waiting to happen there. But we had the ones where you just push the pedal backwards, and I don't know why that fell out of favor, for all this stuff they got now. Kid, when he gets a bike, he needs one speed. I had a bike that it was a hand-me-down bike. It was one speed. That's all I needed, and it had a good brake. You could lock up that back wheel and spin around in a circle on that thing. But these new ones, you can't do that. You couldn't lock up a brake to save your life. They just don't do that. Matty, he loves his scooter. It's got a brake. The fender is the brake. You just step on the fender real hard, and that's the brake. And he does really good on that. And of course, Moomo's got his pedalless bike that he skips along. I saw a video somebody sent me a while back. This was when we were still in Carmona. One of the viewers sent me one on Messenger. I'll have to dig that up and find it. But it was a thing that was done way back in the country. 1900s sometimes. It didn't have a date on it or anything like that, but it showed the people riding around, and they had some bikes that were just like Moomo's for big people, where you just you sat on them and you just pushed your feet, and they showed people moving along pretty good in these towns. So they had some bikes that way before, way back when bikes were first being utilized in the cities and stuff. So that was kind of cool. Moomo likes his little bike. We got him the new pedal one. He hardly rides it. Matty will ride it, but he's got really good balance. He just doesn't know he can balance and pedal at the same time. So he'll get it. I don't push him into that. I'm sure he'll start riding it on his own. It's just like the kids when they're swimming, they were a little bit scared of the water. So I'm not one to just push them. I would have liked to had, like in the States when they were real little, where you take them and throw them in the water. I'd like them to be some little fish. But if we could ever get out of this lockdown stuff and get around other kids where they're swimming more. When we first moved over to Carmona, they had a big swimming pool. They had filled it up, and I got pictures of the kids swimming, and we were going down there. It was real cheap. We paid a small fee, a couple $100 pesos. I'd have had them down there every day, and as soon as right after we got to where we were going there, boom, these lockdowns started. And now I see that everybody's getting these shots, and they're not working. Wes was telling me he's into the healthcare. He's been a healthcare guy most of his life, and he was saying something about this to find out this variant. And he said there's only like one thing in the Philippines that can even test for that, and it takes quite a while to get these tests. And how do they know that that's what they got here? He seemed to think they were just making it up. So I don't know. It just seems all like a money-making thing to me, and some people say extinction event. Could be. I'm not too sure, but they don't seem to be working. I just put a thing on the Facebook from British Biker. He was looking at that study, and I had saw some stuff on that. I didn't really read the whole thing, just the header, but he was writing about that, and you're still going to get it. Even that Fauci guy gets up and says, yeah, you're still going to get it. But my favorite one, and you guys can look this up, but my favorite one from that guy was where he said they got a new variant out that you don't even know you got it. And there's no test to tell that you do have it. That's that new, like the Invisible Man variant or something. Why they're pushing this for money, guys? This is all big money. You get this thing, and they're making money hand over fist over this thing. That's all that it's got to be for them to push it so damn hard. Meanwhile, people that are just trying to live their lives are getting stifled. Now, yesterday when my sweetie was out, there was the same restrictions on as before. She said it wasn't much different. You got to wear your mask and your face shield in the mall. They weren't really pushing them or anything, and she does, and so do I when I go out. If I'm walking around here or somewhere, I usually take it off for the video, but when we're in the mall, I put it on. You have to here. It's just part of the deal. If you don't have it on, they're going to tell you to put it on, and I can envision places where they'll start finding you for that. And the stores, some of the stores were, they can get these people in there that they put some little woman on there with her little vest. She's the COVID protocol girl, and some of them can be shitty. We went over to the Southwoods Mall that one time, and that girl was just absolutely crappy. My mask broke. It broke. The side earpiece broke. It was when we still had those. We bought the cloth ones, but we still had those little blue ones. And it broke, and I was trying to wrap it around my ear, tie a knot in it, so it wasn't fitting on there real right, and she just came and harassed the hell out of me. It got to the point where we said, sweetie, I don't even want to shop here, because she followed me around. She was looking to make her bones, you might say. So I said, let's just go. I don't even want to shop. I don't want to eat here. I don't want anything to do with this mall. Let's get out of here. I never thought much of that mall in the first place. It has such narrow hallways and stuff. The malls here, like SM malls, are a lot nicer. They're very roomy. They're big, and Robinson's over here. I like that mall. It's got a big aisleway where you can walk through. Where that mall over in Southwoods, the new one they put up, the hallways are narrow. You're just bumping into people just trying to walk up and down the stores, and then when they got these people that are harassing you, Even my wife said back then that, wow, why is she really on you? And there were other people. There were a bunch of other people that didn't even, just had it down around their neck, and she wasn't bothering them. I even said, hey, why don't you go bother that guy over there? And she turned around and looked right at him, and no, she was just on me, because it could be because of foreigner, or maybe I was tall, or who knows. I don't know what her deal was, but we just left. I was holding it up like this. I had to hold it. And my wife said, we got down in the car. We had a bunch more in the car. She said, why don't we just get a new one and put an extra one in your pocket. Let's go back and get our shopping done. And I'm like, no, I'm never coming back here again. If that's the mall, people have somebody like that. When you hire somebody, even when I was hiring like electricians and stuff, you got to get somebody with a good temperament. I had a couple guys that were foremen also, and they said, you always get the good guys. You're just lucky. No, because I interviewed, and if I seen somebody had a temperament problem, I didn't want to do with them. I had a fellow one time that he was just this super smart aleck. He wasn't a bad electrician. Not at all. He was actually a pretty good electrician, but he was an instigator and troublemaker, and I had inherited him on a job. And I would do inspections, and he was cutting me down for my inspections. So I held him back one day, and I says, hey, are you running this show? And he's like, no, I could be. And I says, well, you're not. So you don't poke fun on my inspections. And he the next day he was doing the same damn shit, and he came over with a hammer and whacked me on the toe to see if I was wearing a steel toe. And it ruined my boot, because it just chopped through the leather. So I sent everybody out, and I held him back, and I said, grab your shit and get out of here. I fired him. He did it in front of a bunch of people, so that was an easy fire for me. I said, and you don't really fire them here. They just go back to the hall. Then my boss even called me, well, he was a good electrician, wouldn't he? And I said, yeah, he was a good job, but I can't have somebody like a troublemaker, because, yeah, he might be doing a good job, but he's going to slow everyone else down. You know what I mean? And I can't have somebody that's going to go against me. What they do when there was a captain of ship, you get somebody who's going to, like, mutiny, they have him walk the plank. So he walked the plank. That's just the way I did things. And I might have got a cup from Tropical Tim. He's up north still, trying to beat this thing. Anybody who knows how the lockdowns are going up there, I see they added Laguna and other parts to MECQ. You never know how these number things work. I read a thing on they put it in the Inquirer about these enhanced restrictions, but nobody seems to know what they are or how they work or what they do. It's like an alphabet soup. I do have a latest one that says what they are, but a lot of the people locally don't, they're not known what to do. Some enforce something that's not even there. Some of them are more lenient. It's different, different everywhere you go. And I'm not sure now. some say the 20th, some are going to the 31st. You just see these local government units are doing all kinds of different things that they want to do. And it's hard to know and understand what's really going on with this. And it's a shame because even these government units, they're not too sure what they're supposed to be doing either. So you get all this crazy stuff. But all I say is if you're going out, just put the mask on and put the shield on. Keep yourself from headaches. Here, like I say, it's not too big of a deal here compared to other places, I would imagine. But if you guys are up around where the ECQ is, let me know how it is and what they're doing to you guys, so we can see what's going on. I like to get the comments and stuff like that. So give us a know. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and we're going to let Tropical Tim say bye.